All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Baha Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you true sincere brethren out there pushing out this purified truth, cleansing this wicked, defiled kingdom with this word. And to the rest of the church who believe as well. Keep the faith, keep believing. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him, none of this would even be possible. So I'm going to set this lesson off with Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 32 and 15. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. So you have many who claim that they love God. God is their God. They love Jesus, as they will call him. But then they'll tell you that the law is done away with. Then when you bring out the law and how the law is not done away with, what happens? They get offended. Okay? So since people get offended at the word, but claim to believe in the Lord, they're hypocrites. All right? Ecclesiasticus 32 and 15. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. So, there's countless examples of that. You may be watching a video, or you may be out on the streets teaching, and someone will come up trying to pretty much cause contention, yet claiming to love the Lord, not following none of the law, statutes, and commandments. A man may hear that he needs to keep a beard if he can grow one, and then you see him again and he still doesn't have a beard, but he claims that he believes in the Bible. Okay? You might tell a man, you got to let go of that pork. Then all of a sudden, I got to let go of pork. Oh, man, I don't know about that one. But yet they claim that they believe in the Lord. So a lot of our people, once they hear these laws, they get offended because it goes against their flesh. That's why the Lord set us up to tell you people how it is. But you don't want to be told the truth. You don't want your reality to be destroyed. That's why some of you stop your ears from listening, because it's not that you may not believe. It's the fact that you don't want to stop doing what you're doing. So you deny it and feel like, well, if you don't listen to it, your reality cannot be shattered. Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Why? Because they're a bunch of hypocrites. All right, the laws was given to us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to our father's side, and that includes the confusion of faces who may not look like a Negro, Latino, or Native American. Okay? That this is a rebellious people, lying children, that they will not hear the law of the Lord. So imagine having rebellious children. Do you know how vexing that is? Children that don't do the guidelines or abide by the law of your household. You know how vexing that is? Well, the Lord is vexed. The Lord is sick and tired of his people. Here you are in, this generation that we're in. The truth is out here. And you're still just casting the law behind your back. Like it's a balled up piece of paper that you don't want anymore. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Why? Because they prevent themselves from hearing. They get offended. As I've stated, they do not want their reality to be shattered. There is a lust for pork demon in this world that is heavy. And it seems like out of all the laws in the Bible, most people struggle with some of the easiest ones. And some of the easiest ones would be, hey, don't eat pork. Don't eat pig. Because it is defiled. There's nothing wrong with pig. You can have a pig for a pet. But don't touch no dead carcass for one. You shouldn't even be touching a dead carcass. Let alone eating a dead carcass. That's unlawful. But that is one of the most ignored topics of the Bible is you shouldn't eat pork. You shouldn't eat pork and Esau can't be saved is something that a lot of our people wrestle with because they're wicked. They're hard-headed, they're stiff-necked, they're rebellious, they lie, and they reject the laws of the Lord. Verse 10, Isaiah 30 and 10, which say to the seers, and who are the seers? The seers are the prophets. At one time, the prophets were considered the seers because they had vision to see things before they happened through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And a prophet cannot be a prophet without what? The scriptures. Okay, as his guideline. Isaiah 30 and 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. So you can't tell nobody, hey, you shouldn't be eating pork. Nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Man. I love pork. You need to keep your beard. Nah, man. Nah, I ain't trying to do all that, man. You know, the law's done away with. You're reading from the Old Testament. Okay? You know, people have excuse after excuse after excuse on why they should not follow the ways of the Lord. Okay? That's why the Lord is angry. That's why the Lord is vexed. And that's why many people on that great and terrible day, they have to die for their rebellious ways. Okay? They have to go. And the Lord is sick and tired of it, man. Okay? Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. And what are the right things? The laws, statutes, and commandments. The ways of the Lord. Okay? And seeing that these things are righteous, 2/3, they see it as a burden. And that's also part of the reasons why we're under these curses is because our people don't serve the Heavenly Father with joy of heart. They serve the Heavenly Father with this burdensome spirit. Like, serving the Lord. What good is that going to do for me? Here we are under the Babylonians and me trying to claim to be an Israelite. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to be looked at as crazy. I ain't got time for this. You know? So they want to hear smooth things. They want things that go according to this world. So that way they can be comfortable. But the Lord didn't send us here to necessarily be comfortable. The Lord set us here because he told us that he would place our enemies over us. Okay? So you can't be double-minded, you know, either you believe the scriptures or you don't. You know, you have to watch out for those who claim to serve the Lord, but they don't care to do the Lord's ways. Okay? And that's why, you know, some brothers, they go a little hard, man. Because you're dealing with a wicked nation of people. Let's go to this is the book of 2 Timothy's 4:1. I charge thee, therefore, before God and the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. So the Lord, he's going to judge the living and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So here we are preaching in season and out of season. We have all these videos up. Brothers is pushing up videos constantly. Constantly pushing videos. And this world is still ignorant or still pretend to be ignorant to the ways of the Lord. That should make you angry as a man who claims to believe in this truth, seeing that this truth has been out. It's out for real. I mean, we are flooding the internet. Okay? We are flooding the internet with the truth. And you still have so many people out there who either don't believe or they do believe, but they feel like they have time to come back to it when they're good and ready. Okay? Or they just, for some reason, they're not clicking on these videos, man, or they're not coming across it. You know? But you know what? The truth is still moving. The truth is still flowing. And once the elect are sealed, you better believe this shit is over. We're not going to keep prophesying, preaching, giving you people these lessons just to be used and abused. Okay? 2 Timothy 4:2, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. That's why they put off the law. That's why they're a bunch of hypocrites. All right. That's why our people have to be destroyed, and they will be destroyed. All right. Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. So our people, they don't care about the truth. Everything that's wrong is right to them. And everything that seems like it could be, a little different, something that's not normal in this world, quote unquote, it can't be true. It can't be real. Because you've been set up in a society that pushes carnality. Everything has to be proven for it to be true. Okay? Which is really just stupid. Okay? A lot of our people believe all sorts of myths and fables. Christianity is a heavy demon. Okay? Being a Muslim, being a Buddhist, being an atheist, being a narcissist, being one of those people who get involved with all types of wisdom. Okay, you're not necessarily seeking for the truth in the right places. That's why the scriptures tell you only the elect are going to receive this truth, and the rest of you people out there are going to be blinded. And we believe, the ones who are sincere, we believe that we are of that number, because we see the majority around us, they don't even try, man. The truth is out here, and people are still just going about their day like we ain't got the truth, man. It is vexing, but the Lord he has to do something. Okay? That's why verse 5 says this. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. You have to endure the simple fact that these hard-headed knuckleheads out here don't listen to the words of the Lord. But yet you're putting in your time and your effort, okay, to make these videos, to go out and teach, and people don't listen to you. You have to endure that. Okay? Why? Because there's a job to be done. 2 Timothy 4:5, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's what we're doing. We're making full proof of this ministry. Okay? And the proof is in the pudding, so to speak, because guess what? Man, the internet is booming with this truth. Brothers is out there every week pushing this gospel. What the hell is the excuse of why some of you people do not know what the hell is going on? There ain't no excuse. The excuse is you're seeking for a doctrine that holds to your own personal feelings and emotions, not based off of the truth. Okay? So when we get all rude in speech, you use that as an excuse to sneak away from the truth. Like, oh, this is my chance of escape. See, you cursing. God don't like cursing. I ain't listening to you no more. People do all sorts of things to cop out, man. Okay? But we got to endure this hell. We got to keep pushing. Okay? Because a lot of our people, you got to speak to them all smooth and nice as if we here to please them. Okay? So let's go to 1 Peter 2:18. 1 Peter 2:18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. So not all brothers are going to speak to you all good and gentle. Some brothers are just straightforward with what they say and how they talk, to where many may get offended. All right? They're already offended at the doctrine. Then they get even more offended because a brother may be a little rough. A brother may be on the edge, because you got to see this as a person who is literally trying their best, going out of their way to do something, and there's no reaction. Even if it's not this truth, with anything, who wants to do anything and there's no reaction? Who would want to perform on a stage, sing a beautiful song, and at the end of the song, the audience, they don't clap, they don't stand up, they don't do anything? They might just start talking shit. They might throw some stuff at you. There might be a few who like the song. There might be a clap here and there in the midst. But primarily, although you put a lot of time and effort into your song, people didn't sing or dance to it. So that can cause you to be forward, to where you on edge, you sick and tired. So why in the hell, as us being the men of the Lord, why would we want to please you damn people out there who mean us no good? Okay, either you listen to the men of the Lord or you get destroyed. And eventually that's coming. And every day that we say this is another day closer to a lot of you people out there getting put to death. Just keeping it real. And I know it's harsh, but you know, these things are in the scriptures. The Lord has been sitting back. And as much as we say these things, the Lord has kind of showed his patience with you people. And you might feel like we're just talking air. But no, things are happening. You got a lot of events happening throughout the world. Okay, the Lord is bringing all sorts of diverse judgments in the form of hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes. Okay, I mean, just many diverse judgments. He's going to start bringing more tornadoes. Okay, he's going to bring a lot of quote unquote natural disasters. All right, the Lord control all that. So we're telling you, hey, get right or get left. Okay? Servants, be subjects to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. For this is a thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. And we suffer wrongfully every damn day. And when you put up these videos and you're crying your heart out to the people and they looking at you like you tripping, all right, you suffering wrongfully, man. You might have lost your job because of being in this truth, suffering wrongfully. You might have lost a woman because of this truth, suffering wrongfully. Okay, you may have had people threaten your life because of this truth, suffering wrongfully, man. The devil's just messing with you throughout the day, suffering wrongfully. All right, but we have to endure it for the elect's sake. All right, we're trying to get out of here and we got to keep going. Okay, so verse 20, and I'll close it out here. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with God. So that's what the Lord's looking at. Those who have the patience. We're not going around starting fights and brawling with people. Okay? You can call us liars, call us the devil, not watch our videos, you know, say all matters of evil against us. But if we be of that number, we ain't going nowhere. You ain't moving us because we have a job to do. Okay? And if we keep suffering patiently, even for things that we are suffering wrongfully for, if we endure it, the Lord's going to put a marvelous crown on our head and we will receive power. So those who don't listen to the law, to hell with them. We have to endure them. To those who want to put off this word and make our life harder, to hell with them. Endure that. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.